What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Fringe. If you were around yesterday, I don't know if you noticed something happened. President Donald Trump coming out saying that trade talks are ceasing with Canada. He's stopping it all. He will not move forward. In the famous words of Donald Trump, they don't know what the F they're doing, okay? It's early. My Trump impression is off. I'm sorry. Mark Carney, essentially what happens here is it's the battle of the books. If you've read Mark Carney's Values, you know exactly what Mark Carney's doing in Canada. If you've read Donald Trump's Art of the Deal, you know exactly what Donald Trump is doing when it comes to the United States. He's referenced the digital services tax that is killing trade right now. He's also referenced the dairy cartel, the bad deals that America is getting, and rightfully so. I mean, people don't realize this, that before the popular talk of tariffs, before Donald Trump came in and said there's going to be sweeping tariffs, there were already tariffs Canada had against the United States that, honestly, I'm shocked this didn't happen earlier. Now, Trump, of course, is very aggressive when he comes out with these things. Naturally, he should be. He's a businessman, after all. He understands dollars and cents. He's not a typical politician. He's not coming in and saying, hey, well, I'll allow you to do this if you allow us to do that. What's funny is that since everything's gone on, since everything has happened, Mark Carney has come out in full parade to talk about his reaction, Trump's cancellation of trade talks between the U.S. and Canada, and it's not what you'd expect. Now, you have to remember is that as soon as Donald Trump announces this, things are going to get more expensive in Canada. Welcome to the Grand Recession. It's going to get tough for a lot of Canadians. In fact, before we go to that, if you look at this post, JB stating, I'm a 40-plus white male. I have a small family. I live in Canada. I make over $4,000 a month. I literally have 12 effing dollars in my checking account right now. F you, Canada. This is the sentiment across the country right now. I can tell you right now that before our move to Spruce Grove, my wife and I were making more combined than we'd ever made in our lives. And we were literally in the same boat. You can't go and get groceries for a family of 5 for less than $300 a week. Costs $100 and some odd every time you fill your car with gas. Utilities are $400 or $500 a month combined. Your taxes are through the roof. I mean, it isn't going to get any easier, folks. Anybody hoping that big bad Mark Carney was going to go fight Donald Trump. This is funny because he always talks the big game. He always says he's going to go fight. He knows what's best for Canada. He's going to negotiate a good deal. There's a reason he's there because he's an outsider. As soon as he shows up in the room with Donald Trump, he folds like a cheap deck of cards. This guy doesn't know what the hell he's doing. I mean, here's Mark Carney coming out. Now, he's caused a massive crisis in this country. It's unbelievable. Hang on, I'm just going to play it. Here we go.
Have you spoken to the president today yet, sir?
No, I didn't speak to the president today.
What do you? Any reaction to the news they put on Truth Social today?
We'll continue to conduct these complex negotiations in the best interest of Canadians. It's a negotiation. Ça va continuer.
Will you back down from the DST? Can you just say that in French?
Je viens de le dire.
So he goes on to say it in French. I'm apologizing in advance for the audio. It's very loud. I have tried my best to retool that so it's not blowing your speakers. But Mark Carney, he just brushes it off. We're going to continue negotiations. He doesn't say, okay, we'll scrap the digital services tax. We're going to hear what Trump has to say. We'll actually go to the table as if there were a negotiation. He's doing what Justin Trudeau usually does. He's running and hiding. Don't forget, after 17 days of working, he's just going to continue on like nothing's happening. He's just going to avoid Donald Trump. He's going to avoid Canadians and just say, I'm going on holiday. So we'll just continue negotiations, guys. It's all good. No big problem here. Nothing to see here. What's funny is you've even got other premiers. Like, this is what to expect. Here's good ex-accountant Ryan Garrettson. There isn't an eye roll big enough for this post. Here's Wab Canoe of Manitoba. Good thing we didn't put the U.S. booze back on the shelves. Hashtag elbows up. Are you kidding me right now, Wob Canoe? Are you kidding me that this is the sentiment across Canada? Oh, let's just keep digging that hole, folks. Let's just keep making it worse. This is how you know that none of these representatives are interested in actually doing the right thing. In fact, Doug Ford, the biggest closet liberal to ever walk the earth, has come out stating he's not going to rule out running for federal leadership with the Conservatives, and it's showing why he never backed Pierre Poilievre. This is all part of the plan. They want us to suffer. They want us to go without. They want things to get worse. I sincerely hope that Trump absolutely crushes Brookfield's portfolio along with these sweeping tariffs. I hope Mark Carney and his companies enjoy a nice little shot to the pelvic region over this. But let's take a look at what the the Carney Broadcasting Corporation, as Preston Manning put it earlier this week, had to say about it, because, well, they're just going to make Trump the villain. Trump wants Canada's digital service tax gone before trade talks resume. U.S. president calls the digital service tax an attack on our country. It is. It's just another scheme to get money. Trump says he's ending all trade discussions with Canada to hit back at Ottawa for slapping a tax on web giants, and he wants it removed before negotiations can begin. Canada and the U.S. have been locked in talks, no they haven't, to get Trump to lift his punishing tariffs on Canada's goods. So again, Donald Trump's the villain here. He's the one who's punishing Canadians. It's not a matter of questioning the stupidity of our leaders. Like, it's not a matter of saying we want accountability within our government. It's, Donald Trump's the villain. Don't you love, by the way, too, this page has ads up here, ads to the side, and this is a company that is funded by Canadian taxpayers to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars. The propaganda arm of the government also gets sponsors to pay and lock you out of their websites. This country's a clown show. I don't care how you sum it up. It says Trump and Prime Minister Mark Carney agreed to the G7 last week to reach some agreement on a trade dispute within 30 days. And then Mark Carney pulled a Justin Trudeau and backed down and said, oh, we're not going to do anything. We're just going to, business as usual, folks. We'll continue these trade talks, even though Trump said, I'm stopping all of them. How do you think it's going to go for Mark Carney when he enters a room with Donald Trump? Do you think he's going to stand tough and say, hey, look, we need these things. They're necessary. We're going to hold strong to what we're saying? Absolutely not. He's going to kneel down, pucker up, put his lips on top of Donald Trump's butthole, and lube up his mouth, kissing Trump's ass, telling him how wonderful he is, how great he is. He's going to allow Trump to talk the entire time as he slaps Mark Carney around. I'll see if that Trump's got any better since I woke up. Mark Carney, you're an absolute joke. You're a terrible, terrible embarrassment to this country, okay? You're not getting nothing. You're not getting anything away from the dairy cartels. You're not going to put this digital services tax against America. I got to admit, the Trump maybe needs to come out in the evening. It's not good during the day, okay? Mark Carney's going to get slapped around. Canada is screwed. We're cooked, as people say. In fact, that's what we talked about on live stream last night. If you haven't joined those streams yet, make sure to come out for those. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. It's your first time here. I hope this video's earned your subscription. YouTube has been censoring us at an all-time high, so make sure to leave a comment and a thumbs up down below. Helps get us content out past their crippling algorithms. Join me live here on the channel each and every Friday night for Friday Night Fringe, our live streaming weekly show where we sit down with the beautiful Mrs. Fringe and go over everything that happened this week in politics, everything we know coming up in the week ahead, as well as your Q&A outside of making these videos. I enjoy listening to what you guys have to say each and every week. I most importantly look forward to hearing what you have to say this Friday night, starting at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, here on the channel. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next one.